Hi everyone, Canoopsy here. The AirPods Max are very interesting. They're a strange pair of headphones that have stirred up quite a bit of controversy and brought up many questions, especially with their high starting price of around $550 USD or around $800 Canadian. But after using these the last few days and really thinking about what these headphones are all about, it's clear that Apple knows exactly what they're doing here. From the design to the price and everything in between, these headphones are a strategic move from Apple. And this is my full review. Today's video is brought to you by the Canoopsy Plus Icon Pack, over 80 custom hand-drawn minimal illustrated icons for your iOS device, in both light mode and dark mode. For access to these icons, my many custom wallpapers and more, hit the link in the description or the join button next to the subscribe button to become a channel member today. Okay, so the design. These kind of have this modern yet retro feel and aesthetic, and they're also built incredibly well. The ear cups are aluminum, there's stainless steel arms, there's a mesh headband, and ear cushions that are also mesh as well. I personally think they're quite classically beautiful. They're not a huge departure or super different like the original AirPods were, but it's kinda nice, I guess. Either way, they feel incredibly solid and premium, no flimsiness, no loose parts, they're just super well built. For comfort, you can adjust the arms freely, there's no clicking mechanism, and the arm slides smoothly, giving you much more adjustment. And the spring-loaded piece that attaches the ear cups gives you even more adjustment and a snug fit once they're on. The ear cups are soft and plushy, and despite the headband having like virtually no padding whatsoever, it's still quite comfortable against the top of your head. The headphones being metal are a touch heavy, but depending on what you're used to, it may or may not be an issue for you. For me personally, I didn't really have a problem with the extra weight, and I found they were quite comfortable in daily usage at home or out and about. One thing to note though, the colors. There's a beautiful selection, but I highly advise against buying a pair of the white or green headphones because they do stain. Some people have already reported that their headphones are already stained after only a few days, which isn't great. So probably just buy one of the darker colors or just be very, very careful. If you damage your ear cups or want to buy ones in different colors, you can buy them brand new for $69. And they just snap on easily with magnets and don't fall off. I wish the magnet was a little bit stronger, but still way better than struggling to put on a pair of ear cups on an older pair of headphones. This is so much easier. For controls, thankfully no touch or tap controls, just physical controls, a digital crown, and a button. The digital crown can be spun just like on the Apple Watch to adjust volume, pressed to play or pause, and double or triple press to skip or go to your previous track. And the main button is to toggle on noise cancellation or the transparency mode. Okay, let's talk about this case. There's been quite a bit of controversy regarding this case, how it works, how it looks, but in all honesty, actually using this thing, it's really not that bad. Not many people have mentioned this as a weakness, but it is made of the same material as the Magic Keyboard, meaning it kind of scratches and scuffs over time and picks up a lot of dust. But besides that, you can slide your headphones in and out very easily. There's a magnetic clasp as well to keep your headphones secure inside, and they protect the aluminum ear cups very nicely. The top headband is exposed though, so just be a bit cautious about what you have in your bag if you're bringing these around. Like keys or something sharp, you may rip the material, so just be careful. The headphones don't fold up, but technically this overall unit is about the same size, if not smaller, than comparable over-ear headphones that do fold in traditional cases. Now, one thing is very clear here. The design is one of the biggest focal points, and Apple leaned in hard with the idea of tech as fashion with these headphones, and it's pretty obvious for a few reasons. First, Apple made some interesting design decisions, like they don't fold, the case doesn't cover them, they come in a range of bold colors, and these all contribute to the headphones not being hidden, but rather being seen. The case doesn't hide or disguise them, and you're practically encouraged to hold them by the headband and carry them around like a small bag. And right now the design does seem a bit out there, but when artists, rappers, celebrities, and just famous people start carrying these things around, it's going to become quite clear. And just like other products have become synonymous with high fashion, so will these. They're going to fit right in. And that's just one of the reasons why Apple thinks they can price them so high and people will still buy them besides just Apple fans, because they are a fashion accessory. Okay, long story short, as much as Apple designed these to be a great pair of headphones, they're equally designed to be a fashionable accessory. And they're going to be pretty iconic in the fashion world, like an off-white belt or Supreme gear. They're going to be seen as a fashionable product. Okay, let's talk sound quality, the other very important part of a pair of headphones. And put simply, the sound is amazing, as you'd expect. I'm really not an audiophile, but I know what I like with headphones and what I don't like. And from all my testing, I've really enjoyed the experience here. With bass-heavy tracks and hip-hop, the bass is present, it's rumbling, but doesn't overpower the rest of the track, and doesn't get crunchy or distorted. On more low-key jazz indie alternative tracks, the mids and highs are clear, defined, and consistent, and overall the sound signature is warm and beautiful. The headphones get loud and there's incredible clarity. These are definitely not studio or reference headphones, but for listening and enjoying music, they're very, very good. Now, in a very Apple-like move, they don't come with a 3.5mm cable in the box because, of course they don't, it's Apple. So you have to buy the $30 Apple cable. And I say Apple cable because third-party cables, at least right now, don't work. I've tried. And of course, they are active noise-canceling headphones, and toggling it on is pretty impressive. From consistent rumblings or transit sounds to more inconsistent sounds like construction, people talking, or typing, these take away the outside world and bring you in just to focus on your music. And the transparency mode is incredible. Just like on the AirPods Pro, you turn it on and it brings the outside world in. It's really, really good. Using a whole bunch of microphones and Apple technology, it really has an excellent effect if you want to hear your surroundings. It doesn't sound tinny or distorted, and almost sounds better than how hearing normally sounds, at least for me.
Speaking of the microphones, this is a test of the microphone setup on the AirPods Max. It sounds good enough for calls or quick voice memos. It's pretty solid.
One of the other features is spatial audio. It's cool, but limited. It pretty much only works in a few apps and on your iPhone or iPad, no Apple TV. Basically, it makes watching movies or shows more immersive. If something's happening right in front of you, it'll be the loudest and it will feel like it's actually in front of you, while things to the left or right or behind you will sound like they're actually happening in those places. It works well and it's some really sick technology, but it's more so just the beginning for Apple. Look at what they can do in the world of augmented or virtual reality. We're in for some really interesting kind of spatial audio stuff. And I guess one of the final Apple features here is the easy integration into the ecosystem. They pair to your device for the first time very easily and quickly, and every other time they're always ready to go. And using Apple's magic, it switches between devices very easily. Whatever device you're playing music from, it'll automatically switch to that device. It's really cool. No struggling in the Bluetooth settings or hitting physical switches, switching over your Bluetooth output. It's just super easy pairing. They do work on non-Apple devices, but if you're primarily on Android or Windows, you probably shouldn't buy these. Like, there are way better options. You're gonna miss out on tons of features if you have a non-Apple device. Lastly is the battery life. They don't have the same amount of insane usage time that other pairs of competing active noise-canceling headphones do, like from Sony or Bose. It's about 10 hours less, so it's just under 20 hours of total listening, and that's pretty solid, I think. They'll get you through long flights, if we ever get back to those again, and weeks of on and off usage. And if you do have to quickly charge them up, they do support fast charging, so 1.5 hours of usage time from 5 minutes of charge. That's pretty good. Putting them in the case puts them into an ultra-low power-saving mode, and not putting them in the case doesn't drain much battery either, only like 1 or 2% over many, many hours, so not an issue. Okay, so when these headphones dropped completely out of nowhere, many people reacted saying, why would I buy these if I can get the Sony WH-1000XM Mark IVs for cheaper? And to that reaction, I mean, I totally agree, I get it. Besides the build, unique design, and Apple integration, they're pretty much just a regular pair of active noise-canceling headphones. And going with the Sony or Bose, Microsoft, or Sennheiser offerings, you're going to be just as happy. And in all honesty, there really isn't so much here you're going to miss out on if you go with those headphones. And I think you already know that. But then again, if you're deep in the Apple ecosystem, you really like the design or the inevitable iconic status of these headphones, then go for them. If you don't mind the price, they're a great pair of headphones that do many things right and little to no things wrong, besides that high price point. And I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on the AirPods Max. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Are they worth it? Are they not worth it? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe, and thank you for watching.